show us he wasn't bullshit.
He gave us both a hundo up front. And then this shit happened.
So look, in the midst of this fucking fight happening, right? Me and Clayton like, nigga, what the fuck? We trying to get out the club. Nigga, we get to the door. That's when we discover that the door is locked. And nobody's by the door. The whole door is locked. This nigga comes out of nowhere with a gun looking at us like, ain't nobody going nowhere. Big ass gun. We like, man, oh, hey, whoa. Whoa.
Big.
He didn't point it at us, but he let us know he had it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like it was a lot of waving.
Yeah, it was a lot of this
that
shit.
Motherfucker. Yeah. That shit was catching the light too. That shit was glistening. That shit was chromey joint.
Man, some kind of way we make it up out this bitch. Hey, and this is a joke that me and this nigga been having for 15 years. This is the running joke. You remember this shit, Clay? Like before the show started, the nigga was supposed to get the weed for us. And the nigga left his chain.
The nigga gave us. That
man said, look, I'm going to leave my chain just so y'all know I'm coming back. Man, that chain fugazi as hell. We mad as fuck all the way home. Got to ride 8 hours, nigga. The whole time we get back home, guess what we doing, though, y'all?
$200 together, $100 a piece.
The whole time we on the way back to the crib, our goofy ass ain't doing shit but wearing this nigga chain. We ain't get shit out this whole deal. And we just like, man, give me the chain. Let me wear the motherfucking chain.
Niggas take the
time. All that shit happened and we still laughed all the way back home, man. That shit was crazy.
Dog. But you remember Tiny rode down there with us?
That's the trip that nigga, he didn't ride back though, remember?
I know he didn't ride back, but he
nigga rode down there and broke my motherfucking seat. My seat, you like Cadillac, they got this button you hit and the whole bottom come up.
Bro.
That shit never came back up after that trip. Yeah, man, we took turns wearing the goddamn chain for 8 hours on the way home.
Hey, you remember dude kept saying this ain't no valid show? Because the show didn't finish? Because, okay, I remember even more. Remember, Toulouse went super long as the
host. Because I didn't never go on stage.
Toulouse went super long as the host. I went up, did my little whatever, 15, 20. You were supposed to close that bitch on out, right?
Right. Toulouse got drunk and did an hour or some shit.
An hour and some shit.
Because you remember, they was trying to fight Toulouse.
He didn't ride back with us either, did he?
He didn't ride back either.
Hey, man, that shit sounded like it was plotted from the beginning. All these motherfuckers had to ride with us, but then had no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that shit work, bro? That's crazy.
I don't know, man. We done been through some. Hey, man, people always ask about the first show we got paid at. You remember we did the first show and got paid that shit with Nesto where that nigga had that barn with that wrestling ring in it?
They had some good ass wings in that bitch.
Yeah, but nigga, remember the stage was an old wrestling ring that they took one section of the ropes out?
Yup. And you was in that bitch, and it was a legit barn. Wasn't no roof. It was a barn, like the whole way around.
He had converted that bitch to a whole club, man.
Yep.
I would hope that bitch still around. Now I'm gonna go ride down there and see if that bitch still around.
That was in Athens?
Yeah, Athens, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you wasn't on that show with me and Nesto when we were in what? We might have been in, I think we might have been in Athens too. The nigga was like, man, we about to go to the strip club after this. So we leave. You know how we pull up at a nigga house. I'm thinking nigga about to run there, grab some weed or change clothes or some shit. So then the nigga go in the house and come back and then he like, yeah, man, y'all come on in. So I'm thinking we just, jumping out before we head to where we going. Man, we get in that bitch. It's an old nigga. This old, like, somebody grandma. Then it's like 6 or 7 young bitches.
I think I might have been there, yeah.
So then they all get up and go down this long hallway. And then they like, come on, y'all, we're gonna go in the back. So we go in the back, in the living room, all the way in the back of the house. So then all the girls, they go in the room with the old nigga. And he like, I'm gonna get him ready for y'all. I'm gonna get him ready. I'm like, what the fuck?
Get what ready?
Get them ready.
Yeah,
So they in the room getting dressed. Nigga, they come back. This nigga got his uncle and his auntie and all his cousins. They got their own strip club. Nigga, I was like, hell no. Get me up out this motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Sad part is I've been to a couple places like that.
With underground strip club?
I've been to a couple places like that. You get out there in the country, but yeah, I think I remember that one too, bro. That shit crazy.
The strangest road story I got, like, it's this college in West Virginia that love to book us, right? For like their college shit. I forget the name of the school.
Right.
But like where the school is, it's on the top of this it's like on the top of a hill, ain't really shit around there. Right. But it's all the way in like West Virginia. So after the show, it don't be shit to do. It don't be nothing to eat. And the show early, it's like one of them 6 o'clock shows, but like the shit be over by like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Right.
But all the shit is closed. So it's like one spot that you can go get something to eat at. And it's like this house that's been converted to like a bed and breakfast, but the shit from like early 1900s or some shit. They got a whole like Cheers bar downstairs in the house. There used to be like prohibition type shit, like a legit shot house.
Yeah.
Man, there's all old white people. I was so uncomfortable. It was one nigga there, and his lady was white. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck y'all on, man. I gotta go lay down or something. I gotta get the fuck out of West Virginia, nigga.
Did you eat that?
Yeah, I ate. The food was okay.
But damn it, man, this nigga here, you was about to get trapped off in that West Virginia. You ever seen that?
I move real easy when I'm in West Virginia, though.
You ever saw that documentary, The Wild Whites of West Virginia, where all they did was pop pills and they was wild, and there was one family that was just fucking up the whole little county?
They had a little documentary on A&E or some shit.
Yeah.
Or Netflix or some shit like that.
Yeah, some shit on
I seen that.
Yeah, that ain't where you want to be.
No, I don't. Man, West Virginia give me the creeps.
Yeah, that's the white folk. That, like, it's some good white folks hoods. Like
West Virginia give me the creeps.
Areas that's scary.
You ever been to upstate New York?
Rochester? What you talking about?
That shit give me the creeps.
You don't like that?
Up there where that school is, what is it? What is it? SUNY?
You said what?
It's the school that we used to perform at on the Wild and Out too. I think it's called like SUNY or some shit like that. It's way the fuck out there.
Nigga said Utica.
Yeah, there's them type of places.
What up, boy?
I don't know if y'all travel a lot, but there's a lot of places in America where it ain't a whole lot of black folks, and those motherfuckers are scary. The whole middle of goddamn the Midwest. If you don't go to like certain places, you gonna end up in the whitest white place you ever been.
Right. Nigga, I did some shit. I remember I did the show. That shit was way the fuck out, like damn near past Paulding County. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I did the show, and it was all rednecks. And at the end of that bitch, they was like, "Yeah, man, you did good. We didn't have a show scheduled tomorrow, but can you come back?" I was like, "Nigga, I don't want to. Like, I need this bread, but god damn, I feel like y'all trying to set me up." Like,
me and Chico had a show in Washington. We were driving for so long from the airport. Huh?
Washington State?
Yeah. Bro, we were driving so long from the airport, we looked up. It looked like we were driving in the fucking Windows desktop, man. That shit was crazy. I said, I ain't never seen no grass this goddamn green. Did we pull up in a computer, nigga?
Damn. That shit crazy.
Hey, what was that? I had did this show with some rednecks way up 400, like up in Dahlonega or some shit. I think I did one of them shows with like Jerry Harris and one of them type.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
It was way the fuck up 400, and then you get there, and then, like you said, it was a bunch of like fat ass bikers and shit, like an old country western restaurant or some shit.
Yeah,
I think Jared had took me on a few of them shits.
You go get the money, and it's like they just do it. But the thing was, they would damn near not be fucking with nobody.
Right.
Like, we might come up there and win them over. Like, we get up to that bitch and goddamn, they be like, hey, yeah, I like it, you know, whatever.
But now that I'm looking back at it, think of how many spots was just giving away money to niggas who was nobody just because they wanted to do the comedy night. But that's what I'm gonna do soon as the shit open back up. I'm just gonna go get me about 5 rooms, nigga. Fuck y'all. Look, the budget need to be $2,500 every week. I'm bringing headliners that been on shit that I see.
Hey, motherfuckers.
I know them. They can headline this easy, and they gonna do an hour. The show started at 8:30. It's over at 2 in the morning. And then I need you to count the money at 2 o'clock in the morning so I can have them people here at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to pay these folks. These are my promoter eyes.
Bro, this shit too accurate, bro. That shit too motherfucking.
Think how many niggas that went to a little wing spot and finessed them out of $1,500 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But hell, you know, just think about how much now you know what was really going on. Them motherfuckers
think about how
was
much
making
they gave us.
Man, them motherfuckers was making a killing.
Think about how much they was giving us.
They wasn't getting us shit. Not for real. Not in the grand scheme of things.
50.
Better than we was getting paid better than a job, but they could have did a lot better looking back.
Tools and fuse. Tools
Man,
and fuse.
you remember Dugan's at the height?
Yeah.
When it was lit.
When that shit was food stamp?
Yeah, when food stamp had that bitch hot.
Food stamp had that shit right. Fredo, my bad.
Fredo food stamp.
Fredo. But that was back when it was food stamp.
I'm trying to think what room Dub had. Dub had a bunch of rooms too.
Oh man, all that shit over there by Wet Willie's.
Yeah, he had both. He had Wet Willie's in the other spot. Allure or something. What is it? That one right there by Wet Willie's.
I can't remember, but it kept changing names. It was a hookah spot, and then it was something else. Dub had a bunch of shit.
Didn't he have that? He had that Cafe La Vaca on Bankhead.
Yup. The late night. Wait a minute, who did Crucial? Somebody did Crucial.
Didn't Clayton them have Crucial for a minute?
Was it Shawty?
It might have been.
I think so.
I think Shawty did have Crucial for a minute.
Yo, that shit, boy. Motherfuckers get it in everywhere in this city, man.
Man, what? Then when I said Dugan's, I tried to think of which one, because we had a comedy show at about 4 or 5 of them hoes.
The one in Little 5 Points, the one out there on the south side, one in Decatur.
Nigga, we done had shows at about 3 or 4 different, about 5 different JR Crickets.
So many, man.
All this shit. What's that shit Big Sean had on Riverdale? The Red Cafe or
No. The Palace? What was it? The Ice something.
Not the Frozen Palace. I'm talking about the shit right next to the Krispy Kreme down there on Riverdale Road. The other shit. The red something.
I can't remember.
The wing spot down there.
I can't remember. I remember Red Train, but that's over there. That's north.
Now, I did shows at the Red Train.
Me too.
Man, we done had about 100 spots.
Man, cut the whole city up, man. Cut the whole city up. But them motherfuckers wonder why you're able to goddamn function wherever the fuck.
They talking about cats. We talking about the old spots. That was years before cats.
Yeah, that was before cats.
Club Sugar. You remember Sugar?
Huh?
Remember I had Sugar? That shit right there on
Trinity.
Trinity.
Where was it?
Right there by Magic City.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That shit was dope. That was a dope ass spot.
Yeah, just to be in that little area was. What's the shit you had in the The Underground.
I can't remember the name of it. They kept changing the name of that club.
Mm-hmm. There was always some shit with that bitch. You ever did the shit out there at the amusement park?
Uh-uh.
I mean, it ain't the amusement park, but they had the race cars. That shit up 400.
Andretti's?
Yep.
I ain't never do a perform at Andretti's.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I did when Fat Comedy had it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What's the name of that comedy club? It was a comedy club right there.
Yeah.
On the side of the building, remember?
The Funny Bone or something. It wasn't the Funny Bone.
The Improv.
It wasn't the Improv. It was something.
Atlanta still got an Improv?
No, I don't think so.
Damn.
No. Tara Boulevard.
Man, we had about 5 spots on Tara Boulevard.
Man.
You remember that one spot we had on Tara Boulevard? I can't remember the name of it. It was right there. It was a dope ass, like a steakhouse type joint. Fat Comedy had it for a minute. And then I was hosting that shit, but it's like on one of the nights that it wasn't a comedy show, the club got shot up and it closed.
Wait a minute, was this the one where they would give you the food?
Dixie Highway.
Yup. They would give you the plate though. You always got something to eat if you perform.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was good. And it was like the old people spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I snagged me something out of there too.
Hey, what's that shit that was you remember the shit that was all the way down the seafood joint that who used to host that shit? They used to want you to dress up.
The buckets, the crab bucket. They had crab eggs with the buckets. Man, who shit was that? Was that Black Boy? Who shit was that?
No, that wasn't Black Boy shit. What was his name? Goddamn Andrew. Not Hurricane Andrew. Dark skinned Andrew from North Carolina.
Okay.
The nigga who used to always be like, you better ask your mama to suck your dick. That was his joke. You know what I'm talking about? Who the fuck was hosting that shit, though? He had it for a minute. Hurricane Andrew had it for a minute. Hey, I'm gonna look up all these niggas, man, and make sure you know exactly who I'm talking about. These are motherfuckers I've never thought I'd forget their last name. But cause I remember that nigga, he tried to tape on some shit and he bombed hard than a motherfucker.
Bro, I think I'm thinking of throwbacks, but I swear it was another spot. But motherfuckers was going up dying, and I think it was Pooh Carter went up there and Joan Buddy the fuck up out of that bitch.
Was it Frozen Palace?
It might have been Frozen Palace. Was hectic, boy. That shit was, yeah.
You remember them niggas was sitting out in them cars robbing motherfuckers?
Yeah. And we out there just smoking blunts and drinking Frozen. I'll have a daiquiri, please. So stupid ass out of here. Trying to do some comedy. Down here about to get shot for $50, nigga. That's the only reason we probably ain't getting money. They knew we wasn't getting no money.
Nigga, you remember doing J. Paul's?
Damn, I remember J. Paul's, yo.
Hey, Clayton, you remember them niggas who used to always come to the club and perform? I forgot the name of their group, but they had that one song there, and there was like 30 niggas in the group, and they used to be like, catch another charge, and I'm going to the chain gang.
They had a dance. Yeah, they had like a... Hey, remember YC did comedy?
Yeah.
Racks on racks on racks.
Yep.
He did it at Scores.
Goddamn young Chris. Bro, we done been all over this motherfucker.
What? Ran amok.
A whole muck.
Ran amok around this motherfucker, man.
I remember when the Comedy House first opened.
Yo.
Me and Tyler went to that bitch.
The grocery store. That's what it used to be.
Man.
Boy, you got some tales up there too.
What?
Yeah.
At
It's
the Comedy House?
always some tales out of that bad boy though.
The Comedy House?
Mm-hmm.
I love the Comedy House. I ain't never gonna have shit crazy to say about the Comedy House.
Nah, I know. But I'm saying, you know, go crazy.
Yeah, y'all did not. They didn't know the nigga that sing Racks on Racks on Racks had did comedy briefly.
I mean, he might have just did it that night. We saw it though. But
hey man, you remember when I lived in Hickory Lake?
man, hell yeah, nigga. First of all, can you tell the people why you picked to live there, and didn't the lady at the realty place tell you you didn't want to fucking live there?
I ain't had no choice. I was in extreme circumstance.
He was like, yeah, it's cool.
I was like, look, I know where I need to be and I know what I need to get done. Like, if I could be right here, if worst case scenario, I can function right here.
Dog, that payphone on the corner outside that gas station, but the payphone was pushed up to the street. I was like, dog, ain't no way it's motherfuckers on this payphone all times of night.
Yes, it is. Remember that phone was jumping like a motherfucker.
Man, that shit look like The Wire. Like,
hey, you remember that one time?
What was this, 07, 06?
Nah, that had to be 08 because I had action.
08, okay.
So check this out. One day I go to the store, right? How about the little store across the street? These motherfuckers then got caught gambling over there and selling all kind of bootleg shit.
Right. Because, yeah, they used to have everything, movies and all type of shit in that bitch.
But, you know, they got caught with the gambling machine.
Okay, yeah, paying money. Okay.
Yeah. Man, I was on the news and everything with motherfucking Dick. What's his name? The famous white dude that be on the news out here.
Damn, bro. Remember they found a dude in the lake? They found bodies in the lake?
That was after I moved.
Yeah. But no, dude got killed while he was out there. The one dude
they found him in the dumpster.
Oh, in the dumpster. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Fuck. That shit was crazy, bro.
Now you remember half of my building burnt down?
Bro, I was like, you still here?
Yeah, nigga.
You don't want to leave? No, that place was
That was at the end. You don't remember the nigga who used to live next door to me, though? The nigga who used to always be outside with the headphones on doing this shit?
Yup. I remember them. I remember.
Bro, people would think I'm lying when I tell them about these motherfuckers, man. How about the lady who used to stay upstairs with me, upstairs from me, who used to smoke weed out of the onion peel? The Jamaican lady.
Yup. That shit crazy, boy.
Man, that shit is crazy.
I remember the guy that, but I ain't gonna say it. But yeah, plenty stuff that happened. Went down.
Plenty shit. Plenty shit. I remember one night, I'm standing outside this club. I was just standing outside the club by myself.